What is up? What's up, guys? This is Mark with the mic, and this is another The Wrestling Babble podcast by Recycle Inc. I'm Mark with the mic, joined by Lou Beans.
What is up? What is up?
And damn, we got the premiere week by WWE. We got the debut of AEW on TV, on
Mm-hmm.
TNT, and the beginning of Hell in a Cell today. It's a lot of
Yeah,
wrestling.
a lot of wrestling. Jeez, don't
Yeah.
forget that was the first 2 hour on TV NXT, right?
Yeah. Fresh for
Okay, cool,
4 hours, yeah. And it was
cool.
limited commercials.
Ah, nice. That's
So
awesome.
like it was a nonstop action that whole show. That I will say if I had to grade every like review combine all of them, I'd say
Mm-hmm.
NXT hands down was the best show.
Yes, so very much,
Like
so very
hands
much.
down. You had a world title match in the beginning of the show that fucking it went on for like almost 20-25 minutes.
Takeover level.
Yeah,
That's what it was.
it felt like a mini takeover. To be
Mm-hmm.
honest with you, like every match had a purpose. Every match had something going for it, and I think I loved it. That's the reason why I loved it.
It didn't. Obviously, this is why people are afraid of the anybody getting involved with it and adding to it is because it was so simple, but everything felt so big. And
Yeah,
that's like something that NXT is mastered, and it's just like, damn, it's really hard
yeah.
to get that across on the other shows, man.
And it's funny because I did watch AEW. I
Hmm.
watched it fully. I gave I try not to. I did not compare it. I try not my best to review it as its own show. And
Yeah,
my biggest thing with the show is the fact that they tried. I felt like most of the matches I saw that night were the same match. And then I thought the women's match was terrible. That was just me. I'm not sure. I want to get someone else's opinion on the women's AEW Women's Championship match, but I thought the match was terrible.
see, I didn't get to see the women's championship match. I got to see
At least
the
the
first
belt.
match with
Yeah,
Cody and Guevara.
that was okay.
I like the brawl.
Yeah,
I like the brawl with Moxley and Kenny Omega.
I
That
think
was
that was one of
hilarious.
my highlights of that show was
That
the
was
continuation of
hilarious.
Moxley and Moxley returning and things like that. I think that
Hmm.
it needed that for it to like for me to tune into next week. I needed that
Yeah,
to see what
yeah.
happens.
But the Pac and Hangman match, it didn't set the places on fire, but it was an okay match. You know what I mean?
That was a very botch fest match,
But it
man.
was it was, I was to say it was a bit disappointing.
Yeah.
That's why, because I expected it like to be a holy shit
I
match.
was very highly disappointed with that match because I think that was one of the matches I was mainly looking forward to on
Hmm.
AEW was
Hmm.
that Pac and Hangman Page. And I have my issue, I have my thing with Hangman Page. I think he's good. It just he hasn't won me over fully.
Yeah,
So
just his style is
so
different.
I technically nitpick at him at times, but just the fact that I'm trying to find what people like think he's such amazing for, and then
Hmm.
when I catch matches of his, I'm always disappointed.
Mm. Got
And
you.
that's my own thing is the fact that when I do actually watch him, I'm disappointed with the match.
To this
Like,
day,
yeah,
my favorite Hangman Page match is him versus Switchblade.
okay,
I think it was the first time they fought. I forgot if it was for the U.S. title or not. Um, but it was, I think it was at that televised, that's the West Coast show,
yeah.
the one that Rey Mysterio was at. It was
That was
like
the
it was
G1
that
the
that
G1
match.
special.
I believe that was it. Yes.
Yeah,
So it was. I know at least Rey Mysterio was on the same card as that match. So
yeah.
that's how I kind of place it. Um, and that for me is about like where he peaked match wise. So I'm always interested to see what he can do, but so far he hasn't surpassed that match for
Yeah.
me.
So like again, like I had my issues with it. I wanted something better. I like Bastard Pac's character. Like he's
Yeah.
just such a dick,
Hmm.
and I liking his style. But I felt like the match was off. I felt like they were both off in this match. Like everything they kind of did, it was like trying to put two positive magnets together.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You're right.
Like I
You're
felt
right.
like, and that was something I had a problem with. Like
That's a really good analogy.
I'm a fan of Pac. I love Neville. I love Pac. So, I was a little very disappointed with that.
Hmm.
Um,
I could agree with that.
yeah, like I guess we go fully into the shows. I guess we gave a little hints here and there. But Monday Night Raw season debut,
Hmm.
brand new season, brand new set. The set was pretty dope. I like everyone said, oh,
I
this
don't
came.
like the small door. That
Yeah,
it looks funny to me. It doesn't make me laugh when I see it.
yeah. I feel like it had. I feel like it has to be hidden. Like like it's too obvious that they're gonna come out there. I feel
Yeah,
like if it was within the ramp and you can't really see the door, I think it would look cooler.
yeah. Like it feels like it needs to be. I can understand it's off center. That might
Yeah,
take some getting used to, but it's just like it just looks like, oh man, we forgot to put a door here, and
yeah.
somebody just was like, all right, let's just put one right here.
But
You
when
know?
I first saw it, I was like, I don't know what I'm looking at. But then when I saw some of the entrances
Yeah,
with it, I
that I
was like,
like.
holy shit, that's pretty fucking dope.
You know what makes me sad? Where's the modern day Maharaja? Because I want to see his big ass symbol on the floor.
Right?
Like that was a cool one. Come on, where you at? I heard Jinder Mahal was wrestling.
Yeah.
Like I think it was last week or something like
The
that.
Miz kind of has the same thing, so that was pretty dope. With
Hmm.
his red carpet
That's
coming down.
true. That's true.
Um, so what do you think of Monday Night Raw?
It was okay.
Yeah,
Like if I had to put shows together as to which ones I would thought rank them in order,
yeah,
I would go NXT. Uh, I might even have to say AEW, and then SmackDown, and then Raw because Raw had some really questionable moments this week. If
yeah,
you know what I'm getting at.
yeah. There was quite a
Um,
few.
and it wasn't done in a it wasn't done in such a good way. Like I get what they were going for.
Yeah,
We can talk about what happened. You know, the biggest
yeah,
what the fuck moment this past week was the Lana thing.
yeah.
And
This
then,
is
like, here,
yeah,
listen,
yeah.
hear
Go
me
ahead.
out. I understand you can do a cheating angle and you can run it with Lana because she has history with that. I know they kept playing clips of Dolph Ziggler online, blah blah
Yeah,
blah. Right?
but technically, you know what is funny is the fact that when they did the Dolph Ziggler storyline, they fucked it up, and that's why they got in trouble.
Really? What happened?
Because they got married during the whole freaking
Oh, you mean
storyline,
Rusev
and
and
then they
Lana
was
got?
posting it when
Gotcha,
they're supposed to
gotcha.
play kayfabe. So now they're playing kayfabe, and like she went to the SmackDown premiere with Bobby Lashley, and they're running it as a kayfabe thing. But eh, you made
I'll just
yeah.
give you
Go
my
ahead. You
opinion
tell me
on
your
how it was
thing. Yeah,
executed.
yeah,
That's the thing. I get it's wrestling, blah blah blah. These things happen. You can have storylines of all shapes and types and whatever, but it's just the execution.
yeah,
Your man was standing there just hand out crickets,
yeah,
crickets, crickets. Oh, there goes Lana. And it's just like it's already off to a bad start.
yeah,
And then it's just like, how does this figure into any type of storyline with anything? When Rusev just got there, do you mean to tell me this continuing the storyline with what is it, Maria Kanellis?
yeah.
Is it?
I don't know.
Is that why she cheated? There was just no context for anything.
So
You know what I mean? And then again, like you said, the dude just got back, and this is how he. Poor Rusev. That's all I
yeah,
gotta say.
yeah. I
Poor
agree.
Rusev.
I agree. So my biggest issues with this and the angle, like I understand the angle you're trying to get at and everything, but
Mm-hmm.
one, you made Rusev look like a bitch.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
It's
dude, if
Rusev
that was
of all
me,
people.
man, I would have fucking ripped that rope and went and strangled the dude with it.
Exactly, and it's just like it's Rusev.
Like he had no anger. He had no. He just showed like sadness, and I understand. I think I see what they're trying to play as, but if you're Rusev, we don't expect you to be crying. We expect you to go and try to break his neck.
Exactly. Here's why it didn't work for me because so many things were off. Before he did that, he gave that. Oh, I helped Seth Rollins.
Yeah,
That real just angry, just this fierce speech about how he helped him. He
yeah,
deserves a championship. He wants it. This
hmm
man looks like he was out there, for business, for blood, for gold, right? And then he's standing there just dumbstruck, no strength. It was just like, are these two different human beings right now? You expect me like nah,
yeah,
nah. And then have that at the end of the show, like it felt like they pulled the ripcord on the Fiend.
yeah,
They're like, no, people are freaking out. Pull it,
yeah,
the Fiend. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Although again, that was a cool moment. I like the continuity.
Yeah.
It pursued even to SmackDown in the first match,
Yeah.
and the Fiend showed up and interrupted Seth Rollins, choked him out, threw him off the stage.
Yeah.
So there was good and bad, but Raw for me was just like that Ray Dominic beat down with Brock was just like
That was hilarious, man. That's something
I'm not gonna lie. Watching Dominic slide across the ring and then Rey Mysterio catching that
Yeah.
suplex. Oh, he almost went outside.
So
That
I
was nasty.
like the whole Ray thing. I understand, especially what they're building and what we got for Friday. It was kind of like the big bully kind of.
But look, I'm just gonna say, without the knowledge of beforehand,
Yeah.
it just seemed like what the fuck.
Like you're, but then again, it shows the savage of what Brock Lesnar is.
I get it.
So I understood that, and then him like lifting Dominic and just flinging him around and shit like that. I'm sad. Sadly, I was laughing my ass off because
No, it was funny, but
they fucking flew. And
it was hilarious.
one thing I'll give credit to Dominic, yo, he took it like a man.
I don't think he had much of a choice.
Nah, but
he signed on the dotted line.
He took every bump like a man. Like he sold every bump. He was on point when he had to take the bumps and everything like that. So credits due. When he is taking bumps and like that, he was very into it, and I give him 100% for that. Like he took the F5 great. He took the German suplex, which is a dangerous suplex to be taken so early in a career. He took that great. You
give Brock too much credit.
No,
because no. Dominic didn't have to sell. Yeah. Brock was throwing that man around.
Yeah, no, but
that's the thing. I don't think he was selling because I think he was hurt.
Nah, I give him credit, like just him taking the bump, like honestly taking a perfect bump with those things, not really like landing on his neck like most people would.
I'm just saying, like I think he didn't get a chance to land on his neck because Brock threw him.
Yeah.
Like if you look back at that stuff, it was a rag doll.
Yeah.
And I'm just meaning like not even the performance art of it. It was funny because damn, I didn't know a human body could fly like that.
Yeah, that's true. Like
that's the thing. It looked like rag dolls.
Yeah. And
when he threw Ray, and the only way Ray stayed in the ring was because his leg hit the rope, because he would have kept going.
Yeah, he would flew out.
Like he was like greased up. Like, dude, that shit was hilarious. But I'm just saying, what did it purpose did it serve? Because for me, I did not know of anything happening on Friday.
Yeah.
So it just felt like, well, there goes more Brock time.
But
that's what it felt like.
Yeah. Then also I thought of like I thought Kofi would retain because of them two coming in the ring for something.
I mean, that would have been great.
Yeah. But
I felt like the thing I thought it was going to lead to was a potential, maybe a sneak championship win for Rey Mysterio, should Brock ever win a belt.
Yeah.
Before he retires, that would be like, oh, that's magical, right? Like, but even that's not in the card because now with the knowledge, you saw him on SmackDown Live.
Yeah.
And not live anymore. It doesn't say that in the name. It just says SmackDown.
Friday Night SmackDown.
But as we saw early on. Well, at the end of the show, though. But, like, the arm was in the, what do you call that? Sling?
Yeah.
Meaning he's not wrestling anytime soon. At least, storyline-wise, Yeah. So, poo-poo that. So, it's just all around. Just Raw felt like a wash for me.
Yeah, I felt like, I thought this Banks and Bliss match was okay.
Yeah, it was all right, but it wasn't, like, as good as I thought it was going to be. As much as they hype it up, as much as they get catty, that was just a regular ass match.
Yeah.
So
Heavy Machinery, Ziggler, Rude was
that was fun.
Match. That was actually a pretty good match.
That was fun. Fun.
The other thing that just had me scratching my head was the whole Hogan Ric Flair thing.
Yeah.
So now
I'd have liked it more if Ric Flair threw a punch. I'm just saying.
I'm just saying too.
It fell flat. Like, I get it. We don't want to see them have one more match because we don't want to see two skeletons dancing. You know what I'm saying? But, like, the whole team thing was just like, we know what this is for. Saudi Arabia. Here we come.
Yeah. So, Hogan got two guys already, and Flair got two guys already. So... somehow Rusev is teaming with Seth Rollins for the save. And then we have Corbin, which makes sense, and Randy Orton.
If I was Ric Flair, I'd give Rusev a call and say that he can't come.
Yeah.
You gotta be like, after the way you responded to another
Yeah.
man getting your wife like you did, nah, you gotta go.
And I think I think they're gonna land up putting Bobby Lashley in that team.
Yeah,
It looks like it.
yeah.
Um, the rest of the matches were not. Oh, and AJ Cedric, they have another great match.
If I had to
Richard,
say match of the
yeah,
show for me,
yeah,
that was it.
yeah,
That was it for the show,
yeah,
match of the show.
yeah, 100%. I thought Cesaro Ricochet the little match was pretty good.
Okay,
He
good
wearing
stuff.
Caprice. I don't know why.
Mm.
He wearing those sweatpants that show your shins. I don't know. Other than that, Raw wasn't that. It was alright. Like if you had to give it a grade, where you
I give
rate
it a
it?
C.
A C?
Yeah, this past week's Raw was just meh.
Yeah, I agree with that. I give it a C.
I know stuff happens. Stuff happens every week, but the reason I felt this way was because stuff didn't go the way I thought it could have went, which I
Yeah,
thought would have been better directions.
yeah.
That's all. You know?
So now we could get we go into NXT, the Wednesday
Mm-hmm.
Night Raws, NXT and AEW.
Yep, yep.
NXT straight up had a mini takeover in this pay
Yeah.
per view. Like it was a takeover.
Like we said, so many stakes and just such a big match feel for everything. Like the crowd was super invested. Really,
Yeah,
really good.
and kudos to Mauro Renault. He makes everything seem more important just to him
That's right.
commentating and the passion he shows. And I
Yes.
think that's one thing NXT has more than most shows is the passion.
Yeah.
I think Mauro is the heart of NXT, the voice of NXT, and he shows the heartbeat of NXT.
And I think it helps that he's the lead commentator.
Yeah,
So he, unlike what we're used to as a salesman,
yeah.
we get more of the passion guy is first.
Oh, before we get more into NXT, what do you think of
Hmm.
the new commentating team of Monday
Oh
Night
shit, that
Raw?
was the other thing I was gonna say. They didn't give Dio much of anything to work with. He was very limited.
I feel that King is a little he don't belong there.
I feel like he's not permanent.
Yeah.
I feel like he's a limited run thing before the season premiere thing. So
Yeah.
I wasn't really too bothered.
So with King, I was like, yo, your jokes are not hitting at all.
Yeah, he was just flat.
And he kept trying and trying and with these one-liners, and it's like, yeah, dude, you're not the same as you used to. If you can't see boobs and yell puppies, that's the most you ever done.
True enough, man. True enough.
Yeah.
He needs somebody else to feed him the lob for the
Yeah.
layup. They can go.
I thought Vic Joseph did a great job. Theo Madden, I think, needs to be his number two more than Jared King.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
Theo is pretty good. Like what I've heard from him from 205 Live, he's a very intelligent talker. He's very he's very kind of like Ronaldo in a way. Like he brings up a lot of, but he does it with anime
yeah. But
references and things like that.
I like how he does it. He very much mixes the knowledge of the ring with the references.
Mm-hmm.
So it's never feeling like why is he talking about this? He's never
Yeah.
like a um what's the lawyer guy? Because he says some shit sometimes that
Otunga.
just have Otunga just will say something and it just be like what?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He'll make a reference and it'll go off on a tangent and it'll be like, oh man, you is just mad dry.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm glad he at least has some personality to his
Yeah.
commentary.
And I
You
think
know?
he's just gonna get better. Like this is his first Monday Night Raw. There was a lot of like nerves and everything like that. And I
Mhm.
think they did. I think he did a okay job for what he was given. I would like to hear more from him and less from King because I think King just adds stupid shit, and I think Vic Joseph is calling pretty good matches, and then he gets interrupted by a dumb joke, and then he has to get back into it and they respond to Jerry. But Jerry, I like Jerry. I love the dude, but I don't think he should be in this announced team.
Yeah.
I would actually take Booker T over him.
Yeah, me too.
I think Booker T will add a bit more knowledge. You have a former world champion in your announce team. I think that makes it. I think that you having a former champion in your announce team makes it more credible because someone went through it.
Mhm. I get you.
Dio hasn't got that much success as a wrestler, so he's not considered that champion. But having someone like Booker T, even JBL at times, the fact that he is a former world champion, he has the insights of how to be a world champion, and I think that's something that's missing from the Raw announce team.
And that's what I think is missing from AEW's commentary
Yeah.
because they're a wrestler. They're a wrestler. They're a wrestler. What is that? Advisor.
Yeah.
He is terrible in comparison to anybody.
So,
Like that's supposed to fill that role. Even
so
I, I give them Aiden English
yeah.
because they need somebody that's at least got some flavor. That Excalibur dude for me, no bueno.
You know what? Let's just do this as commentating. We're gonna re-rate the commentating teams of the 4 shows.
Mm-hmm.
So AEW, my big thing, a positive thing for it, is Tony
Mm-hmm.
Schiavone.
Yeah.
Tony Schiavone puts life
He
in
was
that
a highlight.
commentating booth.
He was a highlight.
JR is old and he's not as impactful for when he calls wrestling, and he does say muttered like some fucked up shit in his breath that if you catch it, you're like, what? That's fucked up, JR. And he does that a lot, especially with the women matches.
Gotcha.
But I think Tony Schiavone is a breath of fresh air in that commentating team. I think he brings life to it. He's a bit more lively than JR. Excalibur, I don't like him that much either. I like the dude that does the Capcom tournaments.
He's also very good at that.
He's pretty good. I would contact him and just have a brand new, young, vibrant.
He's hired, but he's not. I guess he just wasn't featured on that show, and for at least the majority of the stuff. I don't know because they actually surprised me. I saw they advertised a YouTube thing as well where they're gonna have the dark matches on the YouTube. And I'm like, well, there's a free component that if you don't have, because mad people cut the cord and don't just have regular TV. Like, here's a little a taste. Because as far as I know, how do you access AEW legit online?
If you have, if you have, you can actually get the TNT as an app itself.
Okay.
Like, you could pay for TNT.
Why would you do that if TNT's a free
like
channel?
$5 a month.
Isn't TNT basic cable?
It's basic cable, but if you don't want
it's more basic than USA. At least I thought.
No, it's about the same. It's like in the same region kind of thing.
Okay.
Like, they're like if you have a basic package, they're both always on it. No matter what.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Just USA is a older channel. I think it's been there longer than TNT.
Really?
Or the opposite. No, I think TNT been there longer than USA, and I think USA been longer there than TBS.
I know one of them was the old one. I think it's TBS is the oldest one.
No,
and TNT was the newer one.
Yeah.
Because TBS is Turner Broadcasting.
Yeah.
So that's
same thing with TBS. TBS is Turner Broadcasting.
No, that's what I said. TBS is older than TNT.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But that's that. Whatever that aside, is there a viable way to watch it, or do you have to pay for TNT?
If
you don't have,
I think if you have like a cable connection, or someone that has like a access to go online, you could access their thing. Other than that, I don't think there's, unless you have basic cable.
Gotcha.
That has the TNT. That's what you need. Yeah, so the commentating team, and then SmackDown, we just got the. Actually, I didn't mind the 2-man team on SmackDown. With Corey Graves and just Michael Cole, I think it worked better.
I mean, they're really. I'll just be honest. Renee doesn't add much to Raw because they don't let her.
Yeah.
Just put it that way. She literally is relegated to going, oh.
Yeah.
And, just various sound effects. And it's like, there'll be segments when she's allowed to talk.
Yeah.
And you could tell, like when they're standing there, the three of them.
Yeah.
And they're at least, they're allowed to give their thoughts on whatever just happened. That's about the only time you'll get full, like sentences. I mean, more than one.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a waste because it never really felt as good as the SmackDown crew from before with Tom, Corey, and either Byron
Yeah.
or sometimes, well, yeah, sometimes when they have Nigel there too, like it was
No, it was
sometimes like it
Otunga.
was
Sometimes it
no
was
no no, it
Otunga.
was somebody before. Oh, it was Otunga.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
Otunga,
yeah,
and then it was
that's right.
Byron. I like Byron.
I like Byron. I
I
like
don't
Byron.
think
I
people
like
give
Corey
enough
Graves and
credit for
Byron.
Byron. Yeah, they feed off each other really well.
Yes, yes, they do.
I feel like they
But
don't give
I
enough credit to Byron. Byron does really good. I think he's a baby face
like.
color. Like he
Hmm.
always goes for the baby faces. He don't go for the heels. And I think sometimes you need that because you always have the color always talking shit about the baby faces and praising the heels. You don't have that good guy praise or anything like that. So I think he works in that favor.
But
But
what's good about him too is his knowledge.
yeah,
He's more than just reactions. He's also allowed to give his knowledge of stuff. So
yeah.
that's good.
So the fact that I'm fine with keeping it a 2-man team because I think is
Hmm.
a more they have more of a narrative and they talk more clear with the 2-man team. They just feed off each other. So
Yeah,
I'll keep SmackDown with the 2-man team.
yeah, that's fine. No problem with that.
I like Renee Young, but like I think she's fine. Like I honestly I remember her in NXT and she was quite good. Like I liked her as a commentator in NXT. So like I like her as a speaker. I like her as a news person. I like her. I like how she talks and everything like that. So I always will be a fan of Renee Young in that sense. I think the backstage thing I think is gonna work more favors for her because she was better at that. She's better at interviewing. She's better at telling the news and things like that more
I
than
think she.
her calling a match.
I think if you, she was better again. She was better in NXT because she was at least allowed. She was like the lead. She was the second tomorrow. Then
Yeah.
she was like almost equal to who was it back then when it was three of them? Was it Percy, right?
No,
No, no, no.
before
It was
when
wasn't
she
she?
was
Did she have Nigel or did she have another
no,
person?
she was with Corey Graves.
Oh, it was Corey Gray. Oh,
She
see,
was with Corey
that is
Graves and Tom Phillips. If it wasn't Tom Phillips, it was her, Regal, and Albert.
see, I didn't go that far back.
Yeah, she it was a while
So
ago. It was
it was
not
her and
current.
Gray.
It was not current that she was
It was
on
her and Gray.
NXT.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Her and
It
Gray said
was
I got used
during
to it.
who was the champ during that time? Actually, I think it was Bo Dallas and Neville during that time.
Okay,
So
no,
that's like
no,
that's pretty early NXT, but she was on the commentating team. I thought she was quite good.
no, no. So I came in at least after that. That was
Yeah,
around when Finn Balor was champion.
yeah,
Or at least Nakamura. I
yeah.
got there like Nakamura was there, Finn
So,
Balor, Samoa
so you
Joe.
kind of
That
had Todd Grisham, Corey Graves, and
and she was still there. She was
yeah,
there. She was the female that was like
yeah,
at least around then
yeah, yeah. She still did
because
like the pre-tape shows and stuff.
and she was like the interview person.
Yeah,
She was like
and
everywhere.
now Kathy Kelly has that job. So that's what
Yes.
Kathy Kelly
And
does.
so, but the whole point was
Yeah,
then she was at least allowed to have a better,
yeah,
thought. So I liked her there more. So yeah,
yeah,
it's how they use them,
yeah.
That's the
That's
thing.
true.
So
But I think SmackDown's fine the way it is. Raw needs some tweaks. AEW needs some tweaks, and NXT is amazing.
yeah, it really, really is. It
Yeah,
really is.
I think Marlowe's one of the best announcers, hands down. Like today, I think it was a smart decision that Triple H got him on NXT instead of having him still on SmackDown. The fact that I think he became again, like I said, he became the heartbeat of NXT. When he calls a match, you want to watch.
Yo, you know what? It's messed up to say this. You know what might, man, it would be such a stress for them to do it too. I would love for them to get like Matt Striker and Conan
Yeah.
for freaking AEW or something. Because you know what? I'm about to say this something real controversial. I'm not
Yeah.
feeling JR at all right now.
I think honestly, I think Matt Striker would be good for AEW.
I think he would, but I like the
Uh,
no, the Matt Striker and Vampiro. My bad, my bad.
yeah,
I
I would.
like
Yeah,
the flavor that Vampiro had brought to Lucha, and
yeah,
that super technical
yeah,
pinpoint accuracy of everything that Striker had, and
yeah,
like they bounced off each other, and it's just because it's like it's a different style from you know uh the main wrestling show. It's a different style from NXT,
yeah,
but it's gone.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But what is here now? I'm not feeling. I don't really like the commentary except Tony Schiavone. That's about it.
Yeah, I honestly I will try to get Matt Striker. I think Matt Striker would be a good benefit into that commentating team.
I think he's AAA. I just thought about that
Yeah, he probably is. He probably does like the
because he
English.
was the one that was commentating the AAA Manias, and the only
Okay.
reason I know that is because of Botchamania.
Yeah.
So that's what I know. So
And I actually liked Matt Striker as a commentator. I
me
thought he
too.
was actually pretty good. So yeah, hopefully they fix that up before the next couple shows because right now Jr. is lost. Like I love Jr. as a personality and like that. Yeah, he had his time, but right now like his commentating, like he gets thrown off. He's very low. He's not as good as he used to be.
Hmm.
And
I agree.
yeah, I'm not dealing with it. So let's get into NXT first, and then we go into AEW. NXT, but again, like I said, hands down, probably the best show this week, and it's been
Hmm.
the best show for the last couple of weeks. Right off the back, we had a NXT Championship match: Adam Cole versus Matt Riddle. I like the fact that it was a clean finish.
Me too. I did
There
like
was
that.
no controversy. None of the Undisputed Era came in or anything like that. We had a fantastic match. These guys fucking killed it. It was a different match than they had before, so that's something I always give NXT credit, is that they never fight the same fight. They always have a different
That's
match.
true.
Um,
100% true.
and then after Cole wins, we got a big surprise. Finn,
And
Finn
the Man
Balor.
in Black
Yeah, man. Finn
is back.
Balor, all shaved up, looking like he just got out of jail. He looked like he just got out of jail. He did some time.
He came out that Lazarus pit. That's what he
Yeah.
did. Took that time off, went to Tibet,
Yep.
found the Lazarus pit.
But yeah, Finn Balor saying he's back. He's NXT, and I'm
Hmm.
excited for him to be back in NXT because honestly, his biggest highlights were NXT. Besides the Universal Championship match he got, WWE didn't
Yes,
really use him the way NXT did, and NXT. And I think NXT needs some bigger names, like to just TV names that people that are recognize more, just to keep some audience into the match. And I think Finn Balor is a perfect fit because he was a big mix of NXT in the main roster,
hmm
so he brings a
but
lot.
it works in his style too. That's
Yeah,
the other thing that's
yeah,
really good.
and
Like his style of wrestling
yeah,
is very, very good, bro.
I 100% take Nakamura back as well.
Yeah, I heard people saying like they want him back too.
Yeah, and Asuka.
Yeah, please. Yes,
The fact
she's
the fact that Shayna Baszler and they calling her the most dominant woman in NXT, I'm like, Asuka, where are you?
yeah, exactly. Please
Like no one had
go
a
show her
title
what's
one
up.
like you.
Go
I,
show her what's up.
yeah, and break her arm.
And put Kyrie Sane back because she beat Shayna Baszler.
Yeah,
So just saying.
I miss Kari Sane.
Me too.
I miss her, but at least we have Io Shirai,
This is true. Oh man,
and I love
goodness.
her.
She's so good. And
She's
Candace.
so
Candace is
mean.
dope.
She's so mean, but I love her. So we got the NXT Championship match. We got a big surprise with Finn Balor. We had
Hmm.
Io Shirai versus Mia Yim, which was actually a solid match. Probably one of Mia Yim's better
Yeah,
matches.
I think better than at least better than her and Baszler for
Yeah.
sure.
We had
No, you know the NXT one,
yeah,
the takeover. So
yeah. We had the NXT Women's Championship match. We had Candice LeRae versus Shayna Baszler, which was an amazing match as it is.
hmm
Best women's match this
this
week.
week I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. I think Candice LeRae brings a different style. Again, like this is one thing I always give NXT credit. They changed their style up when they put their matches together. So there's never the same fight. It's always a different fight. Like
hmm
Candice LeRae went for her arm, went for her leg, and they try to take each other out a different way. There was a lot of times that you thought Candice LeRae was actually going to pull off the win. So
It's true.
I like when they do that in the match. I think they did a really good job. I see Candice LeRae with that NXT Women's Championship very soon. And there's a lot of ways they could go with that as well. So, but the thing is, when they're talking about Shayna Baszler being the most dominant woman, we need Asuka. I think that's the person that should take the throne off her.
hmm I believe it.
Just because, like, yeah, you can't say most dominant woman and not talk about Asuka.
Well, they would probably like you to forget that
Yeah.
because they seem to forget about her themselves.
Yeah.
So
I actually want her the figure that just came out for Asuka.
okay,
I want an Asuka figure. Like I'm mad that none of the Asuka figures actually came with the big coat.
she doesn't have like an ultimate figure or something
She
that comes
should
with her.
have an ultimate figure. She should 100% have an ultimate figure, but she don't have one like that.
Okay. Well, there you go. That's an idea.
Yes, we'll get into
Mm-hmm.
that later. Um, but yeah, NXT Women's Championship match. We had some love with the women and the guys matches in as well. We had Pete Dunne versus Danny Burch, which was a fucking brutal match as well.
Mm. This is true.
I'm loving Pete Dunne's shrug.
Yeah, just
Like after his match, he's like, eh.
it's
I,
not personal, man. Don't take it
yeah.
personal.
But just how he looks when he does it, he just kind of smiles with a fucking mean face. And he's like, eh. We had a big surprise by Damian Priest attacking Pete Dunne right after the match, and then shooting his bow and arrow for his name to come out, which was pretty dope.
Yes. A big
What?
rivalry is what he needs
Yeah.
to get some eyes on him. Let's
Yeah, and
go.
I think that works perfectly because you have Pete Dunne in a good way, but he's not really going for a title or anything like that. So you can still have those kind of rivalries, which that's something that NXT does great is the fact that you can have a rivalry without a belt and they'll still showcase it.
Hmm.
Oh, Velveteen Dream's promo was great.
Oh, it was awesome, man.
Um,
Even without the gold,
so that
still
so
excited.
so that the suit he wore was pretty much to sell his new toy.
This still a toy. Okay, because I was about to say I've never seen him wear that before.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden the toy is coming out. I'm like,
Hmm.
wow, that was perfect timing. I was like, I know Mattel doesn't work this fast, so they had to know about that suit a while ago.
Wow, true story.
Um, one figure I would love to see if you're gonna do Velveteen Dream. I would like to honestly, I would like to see an Ultimate Velveteen Dream and have the Hollywood Hogan thing.
Oh, okay, okay.
That's the figure I
I
want
like
of
that.
Velveteen. Like I think that was probably one of his best costumes he did.
Yeah, I think so. With the strap and
Hmm.
the shirt, the shredded
Yeah,
shirt.
yeah. And then we had the main event, which was the NXT Championship, Tag Team Championship. Which one thing that the NXT shows that all their titles can main event,
Yes, and
and
that was a hell of a match, dude.
that was a fucking hell of a match. Amazing match back and forth. Again, this is another match that you didn't know who was gonna win. You
Yeah,
stood unglued.
uh, one thing I noticed, he's not 100% there. Um, Obviously on Street Profits, Montez Ford
Yeah.
is skyrocketed, but um, the other cat, I'm blanking on his name.
Uh,
Uh,
um,
oh, Dawkins,
Dawkins. Yeah.
but he has really come into his own at being the hot tag.
Yeah.
Like he's getting better placement with his spears and freaking that punch, the you got knocked the fuck out punch, because
Yeah.
he's still that. Like it's a surprise every time he catches somebody with it. Like he's getting better at being that, because like I was I don't want to front, but we will say you watch Street Profits for Montez Ford. Just
Yeah.
say. So I'm glad that as a unit they're getting better. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I think they feed off each other really well,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
I think the balance of power and speed works for them as well because
Yeah.
again Dawkins is more heavier, but he can still move.
Yeah.
Don't be shy at him. He'll surprise you. But
Yep.
they're a great tag team, and I hope they stay with NXT. I hope they don't get pushed in the main roster. I want them to be in NXT because I feel like they're a cornerstone for their tag division right now.
Yes.
And
It's kind of empty without them, because Forgotten Sons show up every in the background as
yeah,
dudes, but like they're not being featured in main event spots, or at least highlighted, because they haven't wrestled, right?
yeah.
So that's
The
what I'm saying. Like, and then you go those three, you go player one, player two. That's Birch and Oni,
yeah.
right? That's it.
The Fashion Police.
Ah, true story. Okay,
You have the
okay.
Fashion Police. You have the Unforgotten Sons.
But I mentioned
Oh
them.
yeah, you
Who else?
mentioned them.
Who else?
Who
All
else?
right. So,
Who else is tag teaming?
like, I'm trying.
Um, you have those new cats that they fought Birch and Orny Larkin. They're starting to push them
Oh,
into
they're gonna have. Oh, okay. Okay.
yeah
And I guess now there is a new tag team. Isn't Imperium gonna be
yeah
fighting in
from
NXT?
Imperium yeah.
Okay. So all right. It's growing. It's
They're
growing.
doing double time.
It's growing. Bit by bit.
Like I'm still saying that Imperium is gonna get all the NXT UK belts, and they're gonna fight Undisputed Era at War
Oh,
Games, and it's gonna be champions versus champions.
that would be cool. I would like that.
That'd be cool. Yeah, and yeah, and then we had an amazing tag match. These guys fucking went at it, and then in the end, Adam Cole in the back talking shit, and Tommaso Ciampa.
Mm-hmm.
And
Hi.
yeah, man. So, like I said, I was telling you earlier to this, that was like probably one of my favorite moments.
Yeah, I think so as well.
Just the
For this
fact,
week, for real, yes.
yeah, like just the moment in general. Just the fact that one, it had the crowd's reaction, and even though Balor had the crowd's reaction, this one had more of a surprise reaction that people didn't anticipate at all.
Nobody expected that at all.
And then just the perfect scene of the glass shattering on the Undisputed Era's video, and then his music hitting.
Yes.
Scott Steiner don't like it because it overshined him.
Oh, you saw the picture, and he has a big ass square jar.
Yeah. That's gonna be filled by tomorrow.
It's half full. All right, yes, that's messed up. So
it's gonna be full.
It's all good. Yeah, by tomorrow it's gonna be perfectly full.
But yeah, I really love his return and the fact that he just stared at the title.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't even look at Cole. He just looked at Goldie.
Focused.
He like, that's my Goldie right there.
He's incomplete, man. He needs it.
Yeah, man. I got to meet him a couple weeks ago, and he was fucking fantastic. So I am 100% behind Tommaso Ciampa in that sense. He's probably was one of the best heels of 2018 until he got hurt. So
I think wrestler of 2018. If I go back through every match he had that year that I watched, that was probably my favorite of whatever was on, whatever show it was on. It just adds up to so much.
Yeah,
so many.
I agree, and I think he was the best personality of 2018.
Yeah, definitely. I'll put him in this category, without question. Best heel of 2018.
Yeah, hands down. So him coming back, and then his title run got cut short. So him coming back and just the way he did, I loved it. I just loved it.
I appreciate it.
All right, so AEW
gonna make it so much harder to follow.
Yeah. So NXT just blew everything out the water. I don't care about do not come to me and compare to the shows because of ratings. I could care less about your input if you're just saying it had better ratings. No. Have you watched the matches? No, you have not. So watch NXT, then watch AEW and say which one's better. Hands down, NXT is going to win. NXT was a better show. No matter what, 100% a better show. Ran and perfect like that. AEW was a good show. It wasn't the best. It wasn't great. It was a good show.
It was like a good Nitro. Like that's what I don't want to compare it to it.
Yeah.
But it was like it was an above average Nitro. It wasn't spectacular. Yeah. It wouldn't if this was that time frame. If I was in the category of people who watch both live on television, no, I would not have switched. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like that.
Yeah.
But I would say, if you wanted to watch some wrestling and you got some time to watch wrestling and there's not NXT on, yeah. Okay.
So you had Cody Rhodes versus what's that kid's name? The Panda Bear?
I believe was it Sammy Guevara?
Yeah.
Was it Sammy? Okay, I know his last name is Guevara.
Yeah, Sammy Guevara, I think his name.
And that's my first exposure with him. I actually liked that match.
It was a right match.
I liked the way they framed it, at least so again, that was probably one of the best. That was all right. I'm just gonna quite flat out say it. That was probably the best match of the show for me.
It was the better match of the show. Yeah, I agree with that.
But the reason I actually liked it was because I liked how they framed everything. That kid was like, "Yo, this is the most important match of my life."
Yeah.
And I like how at least the commentators were, because I think it was because of the fact of the placement of the match and the fact that you couldn't be worn out. This is, you're going in straight in cold. We're going from 0 to 100 here. Everything, this matters. They touting all the statistics and everything. Yeah. And so, and on all the fronts, that they were trying to get you to tune in for, I feel like if you had just watched the beginning of the show and that match, AEW delivered, and the preceding beatdowns and stuff
Yeah.
of Jericho coming in and attacking Cody, ruthlessly dumping all that again. Jericho is like the he's like the right pinch of salt
Yeah.
to like the recipe, because he did had nothing to do with the match. He didn't even like really end the match.
No.
You know what I'm saying? He came in at the end after everything was over, but just the way he laid out Cody was just really shitty about it. Walked away, came back a little bit, did like that rock star walk that he does.
Yeah.
Fucking beat him up and then threw the table on top of him at the end. Dude.
So, this is my little gripe with it, and this is me just technically just looking at how they say how wins and losses matter, and how they were really highlighting if Cody Rhodes loses this match, he might not be out the championship match. Wouldn't it have been beneficial if Jericho cost Cody Rhodes the match?
Yeah, it would have. It really would have.
Like, that's the thing about it. This is something I would like to see and them explain. They say the wins and loss matters. They have a little bracket of wins and losses. But what indicates you to win a championship or go for a championship? It's every 5 wins you get a championship shot if you have a certain amount of don't have a certain amount of losses? Is it every 5 matches and they see the brackets of who's on top or something?
I wonder if they even have that even written out.
No, it's not.
Because I wonder if it's like a season. Do you have to wrestle a certain amount of matches per season? Because what happens if he gets hurt?
But technically, Cody Rhodes, I think Cody Rhodes is 3-1 or 4-1.
Okay.
And then Jericho has not lost yet.
This is
Jericho's
true.
undisputed, and it makes sense for him in the championship. And then, yeah, so Cody Rhodes has the best record right now. But when you have a pay-per-view, that's when you say, all right, this one has the best win record now, so he's going to go for the title instead.
I think it would make sense if you have the best record going into the pay-per-view.
Yeah.
And then after the pay-per-view, the next person is the next. Like, if you're going to do it statistically like that, that's how it should work.
But then again, also technically, Moxley has the same win record. I think he has the same win record as Cody.
Is he
4-1? No, he hasn't lost a match yet.
Maybe that'll be a part of the storyline.
Yeah. So that's my thing. I'm trying to make sense of is how the wins and losses like apply to championships and things like that. How does the tag team affect in that way and things like that. So there's a lot of explanations they have to say in that sense. Again, like I said, with the whole Cody, Jericho should have cost Cody the match. Then it would have took him off the title shot.
Yeah, that's true. I get it.
So that's one thing that's the thing that when you said like he waited till after the match. No, I would have waited and during the match and cost him the match. The fact that then I won't have to fight him. I'll fight the next challenger.
That's true.
Or maybe he could pick who he wants to fight.
Well, I mean, if he would have to cost him the match where he doesn't get disqualified.
Yeah. Which is super easy in this
Rockstar Jericho. He sucks at doing that because all he does is just attack people.
Yeah,
he's like a wild dog with a fancy collar. Yeah. Is what that Jericho is. He's not a conniving tactician.
Yeah.
So
we had
I get what you mean, but like again, for me, that was basically like the highlight of the show. Yeah. It was just that whole sequence of events. That was the entertaining part, and it didn't quite hit that height for me.
Me either.
After that, I mean, until the Moxley Brawl.
Yeah. So then you have Pac versus Hangman Page.
Mm-hmm.
Can we not have Earl Hebner call matches anymore? I just feel bad for the guy having to move all the damn time. He looks like he can't move much. Like he's done. Like let the man retire. He's good. He has kids and he has referees that are kids.
He is, I believe, 70 years old.
Yeah, and looks it. Like you can see the anger in his face when he has to go down and count the pin. He's like, man, I just got over. So that's my little thing. I wanted this match to be an amazing match, and it was a botch fest. So if you're gonna talk shit about WWE and their botches and whatnot, this one was a botch fest. This had so many fucking fucked up moves, and I feel like sometimes they were forced, and it was just an ugly match. Like again, it looked like two magnets, two like positive parts of the magnet rubbing against each other. They just did not collect at all.
Yeah, that was definitely for me the most disappointing match that I saw. Because, like I
Yeah.
said, I did not get to see the women's match, so
Yeah,
I
and
heard
then
that was bad. So
so then we had the AEW First Women's Championship match. We had Omega's girl, which I don't know her name, versus Nyla Rose. Um, and honestly, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this straight out. I could care less. She's transgender. I could care less. She was a boy or whatever. I don't give a fuck. I'm looking at her in a match. I'm not. And then there's so many people so like uneducated about it that you're like, yo, shut the fuck up. Look up like really do your research on it before you talk shit to it. Like, oh, I don't care about this match because she was a man. So the fuck what? She claims as a woman. So let her go for the woman's side. I don't care. It's whatever, right?
I I didn't see the match, so I don't
No,
even.
no, but I'm saying a lot of people are like outside. They're just bitching because again she's a transgender. She goes for female now, but she was a man. She was born a man and she transitioned. But a lot of people still talk shit. Oh, she was a man, so she's not be a women's champion or things like that. But she established her as a woman, so she goes for the women's. Suppose that if
I
the
mean, yeah.
women
I
in
mean,
yeah
it's supposed to be whatever they say they want to be. So it
yeah
is what it is.
yeah
And as long as they're represented properly on on television and according what they said, then it's
yeah
fine. So
exactly.
I don't see what the problem is.
But talking about the match, and this is not judging anyone, it was just not a good match. Like I feel like these are two women that they just didn't click in the match. A lot of slow moves, but they just didn't they didn't make sense, and they just didn't mesh. And then the title looks so tiny.
See, that I did get to see, and yeah, it's like a miniature version of a championship.
The girl that won it, she it kind of fits her because she's tiny, but
It was made for her.
yeah,
That's it.
I see what y'all
Maybe the
did.
belt changes size when a new person gets it.
Probably because honestly, if Nyla Rose would have won it, would have looked like Big Show with the tag title,
Oh yeah,
the WCW
that's
tag
an
title.
image. That is an image.
Yeah, the WCW tag title, not the world title. Remember the WCW tag titles? The old
Yeah,
ones? They were so tiny. They're
especially his
hilarious.
big ass
Yeah,
hands.
exactly. So that's the thing. The belt's small. You gotta get it. You gotta size it up a little bit. But it just wasn't a good match. I see what Nyla Rose does. She does have a good crowd reaction. She does got the fans behind her. I see the powerhouse she is. She's kind of reminds me of Nia Jax in a way. Is the fact that she has the power, but it's just not there. Um, it's like she tries to show the power, but you're like, yeah, you struggled there. It's not natural. Like it's
Even with
not.
that tiny little woman.
Yeah, yeah. It's not like that natural like what Rhea Ripley does or when yeah, Rhea Ripley is the fine example of showing power in a match. Like
Okay,
she truly shows like full power on the match. Like it doesn't matter how big you are, she's gonna lift you and she gonna make you fly.
she couldn't lift that little woman.
Nah, like she had like when she went for big matches, she struggled and shit. So I was like, yeah, like like you have to. Yeah, I have to believe you in having this power, and sometimes you just don't show it. I was very disappointed with that match. I wasn't crazy about it.
Okay.
And then we had the three-way tag, Young Bucks
Mm-hmm.
and Omega versus Jericho and LAX.
And are they called LAX or they have like a
No,
special
they
name
just
now?
have their names. I don't think they call LAX though.
Okay,
But we
gotcha.
know them as LAX.
Yes.
It was okay match. It was
Yeah, it
nothing.
was all right. It was all right.
It was just like a straight out brawl, and then
Mm-hmm.
Ambrose comes in,
And it starts
beats the shit out
wailing
of
on
him,
King.
Kenny Omega,
Oh man,
and then we
he
get
beat him through a table.
a special surprise in Jack
What is his name?
Jack Hagar or something like that.
Okay, yeah, 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 yeah.
Hager or some
So I
shit
know
like
he's
that.
got a different or his real name or whatever. I know his
Yeah.
real. I guess his real name is not Swagger, but
Um,
like
he looked good. He looked
Jake Hager.
solid.
Yeah, yeah, Jake Hager. There you go.
Yeah, he looked good. He looked solid.
Dude, that's a big man, baby.
Yeah, he looked good. He looked solid. He looks like he's Technically, I heard Jericho they having a little stable. Jericho's gonna have a stable in
Oh, so that's what
AEW.
with the polls and stuff.
Yeah,
Okay.
so let's see what they do with
I
that.
mean, well, at least he
Yeah,
inconsistent. At least that's smart of Jericho to have a
yeah.
stable.
So at least AEW. One thing I give AEW, it makes me want to tune in for next week after that Moxley beatdown.
Yeah, like literally the best parts of the show, unfortunately, involve the main people
Yeah,
as usual.
yeah,
That's the thing that kind of like, what's gonna happen when one of y'all's not involved in it?
yeah,
Because I don't really count Hangman as like a main. If it's not Cody, it's not the Bucks,
yeah,
it's not Kenny, it's not Jericho, it's not Moxley.
yeah,
It's like usually the best stuff is involving them.
yeah,
And this past week, for me, that's just what it was.
yeah. So next week's is going to be more highly focused on the tag teams and the tag team tournament and stuff like that. So
Yeah, I saw the
maybe we
advertisement
may
for
get
it.
a better balance of the shows with the tag team titles.
I want Private Party to go for less stuff that they can't pull off.
Yeah,
Because that's the best. I love them, but that's my problem with them.
yeah,
They keep. Remember the last time, the what was
yeah,
it? The last match, the last move to
yeah.
seal the deal.
Yeah.
It was just like the dude slipped and it just looked like, damn, dude, you almost made it to the finish line,
Yeah,
but you had to pull off some oh my god shit. Like you had everybody.
yeah.
So
So yeah, that's our AEW. If you could rate a show of AEW, what you would rate it?
I give it a C plus.
C
It was
plus.
only slightly better than Raw, and it just made me less. It made me less mad.
I'll give it a C.
It made me less upset. Raw left me upset,
Okay.
and SmackDown made me even more upset.
Yeah.
But it was but I still liked what I saw
Yeah.
better than Raw. I like the Kevin Owens Shane
Yeah.
ladder beatdown. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I like the Fiend stuff. The first match with Shinsuke and Rollins,
Seth, yeah.
and it with him Rollins getting thrown off a stage.
Yeah.
He got choked and thrown off a stage, dude. As bad as it was for Kofi to lose the belt, I still like what happened physically. Dude ran in the Brock Lesnar, and he caught him in midair at F5 to why wouldn't you do that? Like seriously, why wouldn't you do that? That's like, let's be clear. All the outcomes are not things that I liked, but how it was done, it was actually pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna hate on it.
Yeah.
So
with AEW, I give a C. NXT gets an A plus.
NXT is an A plus.
Raw is a C.
I would give SmackDown a fair B.
I give it a B minus.
Okay.
A B minus. It was slightly better than AEW.
The women's tag match was all right. It wasn't that bad.
It wasn't that bad.
It wasn't anything that was like, what the hell is this? But again,
it showcased.
See, look, here's the thing. My problem with that whole thing, that should have been bigger.
Yeah.
I get that was for the premiere of SmackDown, and they basically, the set and everything. It was basically like a mini pay-per-view.
Yeah.
You saw how they framed it.
Yeah.
But still, it felt kind of. Maybe it's just like I just wanted my SmackDown back. Maybe you know what I'm saying? Like it felt like it's.
I felt like
I didn't think that they had to have that first match.
No.
And that's why this one felt less special.
So my gripe with it, I feel like SmackDown should have showcased some of the new stars on this brand new show.
Instead of putting them in a lumberjack situation like they did.
So I would have put that Ali Buddy match on this show.
And had Ricochet in a like a maybe.
I feel like you don't even need Ricochet. I think Ali and Buddy are two up and coming stars, and that could showcase that these are the future of what we want to do for SmackDown.
That's true, but I'm just saying. I'm giving my 2 cents. Yeah. I like to put Ricochet in there. Ricochet was there. Gable was there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, there's a bunch of people who need to be showcased.
Yeah, like I just say like the fact that you had it on the dark match and that was a match already there. You could easily just put that on the show.
True. It would have made it better for sure.
Yeah, that would have been my little gripe. The women's match was okay. It did what it had to do for the storyline purposes of all of them. But the Rock and the Man thing was funny. I think Corbin is the greatest, the best guy guy to take it.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's a good sport with everything. He's willing to take anything. He's willing to do everything. He don't care about what you say about him and anything like that. He's happy.
That moment was better than Team Hogan, Team Flair this past week.
Yeah. And
So
I don't think Becky needed the brush from The Rock, but it was nice to see it.
I think that was more of Corbin getting
Yeah.
the if there was any type of, hey man, this guy's all right. I think it was for Corbin.
Yeah. The tag match was okay. It was pretty sloppy. I wish, again, I know what it was for, but I wish you could have did better. The tag match you had on Raw last week was a lot better than what we saw here.
Yeah, yeah.
And it was more stable. Than it was more like he showcased everybody.
Yeah. I mean, I did like the lumberjack match was all right.
Mm-hmm.
I liked Roman flying into everybody. I liked Roman being a powerhouse and swinging and beating up the lumberjacks away from him like flies, just like, fuck them, get away from me. Just, there were moments for that match. I like Daniel Bryan wearing the shirt because I got that shirt.
Yeah.
I like the handshake.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie, that's like my number 2 moment of the week. Is Daniel Bryan. It's Daniel. You know what that was, right?
Yeah.
That was the opening to X-Men versus Street Fighter.
Yeah.
Cyclops and Ryu shaking hands.
Yeah.
That's what that was. I was like, all right, I like that. I'm just meaning storyline. Like, it wasn't great or anything, but I liked the moment though. Like SmackDown just had things that made me smile at least.
Okay.
Even if they did make me sad.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Raw just made me upset.
Yeah.
I can't let that go. So that's why I say I give SmackDown a B.
Yeah, give it a B minus. We have a small card for Hell in a Cell. I hope they add matches, but right now we only have 4 matches on Hell in a Cell.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
How
long is it?
It's supposed to be like 4 hours, but I don't see a Hell in a Cell match being an hour long.
Maybe the Fiend match is gonna be an hour.
Even that, like I don't.
It's gonna be another excursion. It's gonna be a fight in a haunted house.
I feel like Seth Rollins. They're planning for Seth Rollins' death. Like he's gonna die tonight.
I heard people talking about somebody's gonna destroy one of the cells. That he's gonna make the cell implode. Maybe it's gonna fall down on Seth Rollins.
The Fiend is gonna take over Seth Rollins, and He's gonna become Seth Rollins is gonna become one of his puppets. He's gonna be the new Raging Rabbit.
He knows what's gonna happen. Seth Rollins is gonna win, but in a manner where it's gonna be like the Fiend dies, quote unquote.
Yeah,
he's gonna fall off the cage, but secretly, he possessed Seth Rollins before the match ended. So Seth is gonna start doing evil things.
So like the Fiend, he's gonna start wearing the Fiend mask, and
it's gonna be the Fiend controlling him.
And then
that would be cool.
And then like next week, he will hand the belt to Bray Wyatt.
Like he's gonna put the 2 fingers to Becky's face, and he's gonna be like, "What are you doing?" He's gonna be like, "Oh, sorry," and he's gonna say something Fiend-like.
Yeah.
Yowie
wowie.
Oh God! I had a fucked up thought that's not PG.
Yep,
he's just some bad shit.
You know,
is it Becky Lynch, and it's supposed to be they're supposed to be making love or whatever, and you just the lights go out, and you hear Yowie wowie. See, that's the type of dumb shit I wouldn't mind.
Yowie wowie.
Yowie wowie.
So you know one thing I don't like with the Fiend is when he leaves, or you hear the laughter. I feel the laughter should end with the Yowie Wowie.
Me too.
It's a really evil Yowie Wowie.
I like that. But I wish they would play the song. They don't play the song anymore.
They just go.
That part kills
I get it.
Like
you have the horror effects. I get it. You guys have done horror movies. You have the effects. We don't need it all the time.
Yeah. See, that's what I mean about the part I was saying earlier, the overproduced part.
Yeah.
That's overproduced.
So we got 4 matches for Hell in a Cell. I really hope there's not just these 4 matches. So we're gonna give our little predictions because there's only 4 matches.
Okay.
SmackDown Women's Championship, Bayley and Charlotte Flair.
I think Bayley's gonna win again.
I got her keeping the title.
Yes.
Daniel Bryan and Roman Reigns versus Eric Harper and Luke Harper. No, Eric Rowan and Luke Harper. I act like they got married.
Unfortunately, I think they're gonna lose. I think Harper and Rowan as a tag team are just unstoppable, and they're probably gonna keep him that way.
I think you're building some good villains between Eric Rowan and Luke Harper, so I think they should take the win, and maybe Brian still goes evil, and then they all like take a bunch of cans and recycle them.
No, but my handshake. It was a cool moment.
It was fake.
I want that on a T-shirt with the fucking the splash background. If anybody can do art, please make that happen.
Put the Roman and Brian in the Street Fighter name.
Yes,
logos.
yes.
Brian's will be the X-Men, and then
at the fucking pose. Just put a visor on Daniel Bryan, and for some reason Roman Reigns big ass is Ryu.
Yeah. Put the bandana, the
bandana on him.
Headpiece band on him. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna Photoshop some stuff today.
Oh man.
Raw Championship match: Becky Lynch, Sasha Banks in the Hell in a Cell.
It would be cool if Sasha won.
I think Sasha's winning with Bayley's help.
Okay. I could definitely see that happening.
Or maybe a returning someone.
But I just think it would be cool if she did win.
Imagine if Sasha and Bayley start a stable.
And just both have the belts and just like there's cool things that can happen if you let it happen. Those two having the belts is a cool thing that could work
when
off
they
of.
both have the belts and after the draft they are all going to be directly on their shows, so the stable doesn't work if you have different shows.
Well, I mean, at least they can still be the heads of the show.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the colors don't match.
Yeah.
Because they have the opposite belts because Sasha is blue.
Yeah.
So
she needs the blue.
Oh well.
They should just trade.
They should.
They win and like I want the blue one because my hair is blue. Okay.
Oh, could you imagine the draft can't do that. The draft can't make you change belts.
And I think you know what, it possibly can if they draft a person. I don't know. No, it has to draft a person with the title.
Yeah. I don't think
they should make rules for the draft. Like if a person has a title that's a color brand, they have to stay on the show.
I get that.
It doesn't make.
I get it.
The Universal title does not make sense on SmackDown.
I get it.
It's red. The Raw tag titles don't make sense on SmackDown. They're red.
You're right.
So,
but
the women's one is different. The women's one, it's a cross brand. That's why it's white.
That's true.
I love Alexa Bliss on both shows.
And I'm sad. No match.
No match. I know. Well, she had a match on Raw at least.
Nikki Cross got to be on the blue carpet for the first time. She was with Alexa Bliss. Shout outs.
They were hot.
Shout outs.
I love Alexa Bliss.
Congratulations.
I love Alexa.
Big things, please.
Yes. Yeah, it was funny. What else? And the WWE, the Universal Championship match: Seth Rollins versus Bray Wyatt.
Well, you already heard my prediction.
I got the Fiend.
Fiend loses, but he really wins.
He loses, but he possesses Seth, and then
that's what. That would be so cool, especially for like if he does it for 1 month for Halloween.
And he uses the Raging Rabbit to like a voodoo doll.
Oh, okay.
Like let's go. If we're gonna go like all out of there, let's just go all the way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and then
this is the company that brought you Papa Shango,
and
didn't really do anything.
Like when he looks in the mirror, he sees the Fiend.
The Fiend,
and it's shit like that. Yo, I will be, especially for the Halloween season, man. Go all out. Like if you're gonna go for it, just do it all the way. Don't go halfway.
Oh man, could you imagine he kisses Becky Lynch and then like she spits out a worm or something?
Yeah. There's so many bad things you can happen.
Yeah, it's true, but there's so many like really cool things you could do, like little things that are like that's not something Seth would do. You know what I mean? Like just little things.
Oh man, you know what it reminded me of? You ever heard the song? It was like from the Scary Stories. The worms crawling, the worms crawling, the worms crawling,
No, I didn't hear that. No,
eat your nose, eat the jelly between your toes.
Oh no, Jesus, that's creepy.
So you have the worms come out. I just thought about that damn song.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shout outs to Scary Stories.
Spooky month, man. It's October. Come on.
Spooky shit. All right.
That's why I mean it's a perfect time for the Fiend to win or do something spooky.
You know what? I got a question before we end this cast.
Mm-hmm.
What's one of your favorite like Halloween moments in wrestling?
Halloween moments? See, that's the thing. I don't. Rey Mysterio, Eddie Guerrero.
Eddie Guerrero.
Because that was Halloween Havoc.
Yeah, that secondly will work. Um,
And shout out to Rey Mysterio with that dope ass jacket, dude.
oh
On
yeah, the
Monday,
chalk line. Chalk line
that
is
shit
really
was
dope. Chalk
awesome.
line does some cool shit. They just did a major wrestling figure podcast, the basketball shorts.
Okay,
I
cool.
almost bought them, but they were like $60 for basketball shorts, and I really didn't want to pay $60 for basketball shorts. But they
I
do some cool ass jackets. That Rey Mysterio Eddie Guerrero one's fucking. It's probably one of my
It's
favorite ones.
amazing.
They
Yeah.
have a rest. They have the rest. I think it's SummerSlam '97 with Brett and Taker with the Heart and Soul match.
Oh wow.
So it
Okay.
has Brett like with his arms folded, standing, and Taker above him. That jacket looks dope. They have an all Kane mask fucking jacket right now, which I'm looking at because I kind of want it.
They have a really classy looking NWO track jacket.
Yeah, so check it out.
That's a nice one.
No, so check it out. It's called Chalkline. They have it on
Okay.
Instagram, on Twitter as well. They sell jackets. Sometimes they have it on sale. They have some good sales. Sometimes you can even find them on the WWE shop zone as well.
Nice. Nice.
But yeah, I plan to get one of those jackets. At least the Kane one is looking very very close to me to get it. That Rey Mysterio Eddie Guerrero one, because that's probably one of my favorite matches of all time.
Mm-hmm.
And then they have the Austin Brett WrestleMania 13 one, which I made that I was looking at as well.
Okay. Gotcha. Cool.
But yeah, Chalkline makes some good stuff. Oh, talking about like major wrestling figure podcast. Ringside Collectibles showed previews of some of the wrestling figures that are coming out within Elite 73, 74, and 75, 76. They showed probably like one or two of each one, so there's not a full set of what you're getting, but they showed previews of it, and the two I'm most excited about, and I think you're excited about those two as well, is R-Truth for the 24/7 title, and Daniel Bryan with the hemp belt.
Oh my, that's my only concern is, are they going to do that? I don't think so, right?
It better be recycled material.
That's what I'm saying. Is Daniel Bryan better like go to the office?
Toy.
Yeah, exactly.
He's gonna be made out of wood.
I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind.
They showed the WrestleMania Triple H, which I actually don't mind it. I'm actually
I like that.
Triple H, but I kind of want the ultimate, the Triple H Ultimate version.
Have they ever made a Triple H with the Terminator exoskeleton?
Yes, they did.
They did?
And his pop
Wow.
has that too.
Really?
His pop has the skeleton.
Wow.
His pop is a alternate real one with the skeleton on his face.
Really? That's cool.
Yeah. I saw the ones they showed Heavy Machinery, which will be part of Elite
That's awesome.
76.
They come with the blue collar shirts.
I want both of those. I like those guys a lot.
Yep.
So I think Otis is not fat enough.
That's true. He's not round enough.
I need him
at
more
least.
round. Like he needs a rounder belly.
And his belly needs to be soft.
R-Truth looks dope.
Yeah.
R-Truth should
that's
come with
awesome.
accessories. He should come with with the blonde wig.
He should go with a Carmella.
Yeah.
It should just be a 2-pack. It really should just be a 2-pack.
Grand Metalik finally gets a elite figure, which I think both of them is dope, but I think the black one is the one I want. I think that one's a better looking figure than the blue one.
So that makes the whole Lucha House Party recently, right? Because Kalisto got one not too long ago.
And then let's say Dorado is coming out. With Elite 73.
And Elite, yeah. And they're all getting really cool. Oh, that's awesome.
I like the Daniel Bryan a lot. I want. He should be wood.
Yeah, that belt, it needs to be made out of hemp, man.
Yeah. They showed which kind of explained why Velveteen has the outfit he had on.
Mm-hmm.
Was they showed it on the new Elite of his, which comes out of Elite 72. So this is Velveteen's second figure.
I thought those were clouds. I'm just gonna put that out there.
It's the shades. It's the 3-eye.
Yeah,
shades, yeah. They showed the Becky Lynch, which she looks like she's doing duck face.
But that's the Becky 2 belts?
No, that's the Elite. That's the Elite.
Okay.
72, which I'm still gonna get because it's the first demand figure, so I'm definitely gonna get it. But I want her Ultimate, the Elite. The Ultimate Elite one that they're gonna make of her. I'll probably get that. I think Roderick Strong looks, one of the better ones in the Elite 72. Rey Mysterio has the Mohawk and the Elite 72 figure as well. Buddy Murphy, they can't get his fucking beard right. He's all redhead. Yo, that pissed me off because that's one of the ones I really want. Like that's the one I pre-ordered. I pre-ordered two of them. I pre-ordered the Elite, the Chase and him.
Okay.
and chase and regular
What's the
because
chase?
the chase is the chase is the black tights and the regular is the red tights.
Oh,
I
okay.
wanted both because I'm a big fan of Buddy Murphy and I wanted Buddy Murphy's figures.
Once again, the best kept secret.
Yeah. Still being kept secret. You only show them in dark matches. Bullshit.
Exactly.
I want to see Ali versus Buddy Murphy. I want to see every single match of theirs.
Are they doing the mixed match challenge this year? Because I heard like Ali and
Yeah, and
the Glow Lady, like they were talking about like if they were to be on a tag team, they would have like a really cool
yeah,
look together.
the
Because
light and glow.
he asked her for permission to do the mask with the glowing thing, which I
Yeah,
thought was cool. But it was just like, that would be cool, and
yeah,
I
it'd
would
be
like
cool.
figures celebrating all of those. I would like a little
You
big.
know
What
what?
was their team?
I
Little
think
big.
the battle pack. We need battle packs of the Mismatch Challenge.
Yeah, do it.
I think we need a Braun Strowman and Alexa Bliss.
Yeah,
Mini
a Miz
little
and
big.
Maurice, or a Miz and Oscar. What was their thing?
Awesome,
Awesome.
awesome.
Awesome. Oh
Anyway,
man.
I guess we'll wrap this up.
Yep.
This is the Wrestling Babble podcast. We here live every Sunday on Twitch TV.
Yo.
Today was a little later because an inconvenience. I did overtime, so I need to sleep. Follow all our social medias on every platform known to man: Instagram, Twitter, Tumblr, Twitch TV here, YouTube, SoundCloud, all Mark with the Mic. Follow Red Cyclone Link on all those same things, but also on WordPress. He has a Monster Hunter video. Check it out. I actually watched it last night, and I got scared for you. You stressed me out.
Which one? Which one did you see?
The
The
last
giant
one you
red
post,
guy.
Yeah, the last one you post up. Like when I see him like taking you down and shit, I'm like, I get stressed out. I'm like, I feel like I'm playing the fucking game. Yo, when I watch some people's gameplays and shit like that, I stress out for them. Like I get nervous for them. Like when I'm playing the game too, when I'm playing, I'm more natural and I don't feel that way. But when I'm seeing other people play, I'm like, oh, you're gonna die. Stop.
Yeah.
Check out Kana TV. She did another
Oh my goodness.
Super Mario Maker video, which she's
Oh, you
fucking
need to watch
skilled.
her do the truck video.
Yes,
That
I watched
video
it. That
is
was
hilarious.
too. I watched it. It was hilarious. I
I love her
Asuka.
little sound effects and everything.
Yeah,
Top
she
notch.
has a little thing. Go follow Asuka. We love Asuka. Asuka, go kick Baseler's ass.
Yes.
We love you.
Yes.
The Wrestling Battle
Oscar
podcast.
number one
Yes. We've always been
in
number
any
one.
brand.
Number one in our hearts.
Yes.
She always has been, and she was amazingly sweet when I first met her. So she's extremely sweet.
Is she like rare to do anything like meetups anymore? Like, is she not gonna be like?
She does them. She does like the WWE ones and stuff like that. But she doesn't do like I kind of wish that more of the main roster guys does evolve because then I get to meet them because they're a lot cheaper.
Gotcha.
But yeah, like honestly, I will like I paid. I think because when I went for SummerSlam, it was a 3-pack. It was her, Alexa Bliss, and Naomi together for $75 or something like that. I thought that was a steal because I got to meet all three of them, and I thought all three of them were fucking amazing. I thought they were all sweet. They were very talkative. They were very engaging, and they felt like they wanted to meet you, and they showed a lot of heart. They had little jokes and everything like that. I was like starstruck with Alexa Bliss because she's so fucking gorgeous, but she's extremely sweet. And I took my nieces and they love them. Like my nieces are not big wrestling fans, but they do watch the women matches. And and those three are some of their favorites. Like Jordy liked Naomi a lot. She liked Asuka a lot. She likes Alexa a lot. She likes Alexa's style more than the wrestling. Like she just likes her style.
I can imagine.
And I think that's what caught her eye, and then she started watching her wrestling. But she liked her style, and so they're three amazing women, and I always support. Check out Up Down Down. He had Lacey Evans, and there was another one that was actually really good. Nikki Cross was good.
Yes.
It was cute.
And she's just a favorite of mine anyway because she's such a character and everything. So.
And she's another one I would like to meet too because I feel like she's kind of like Becky Lynch in a way. She's just like she's herself no matter where. And when I met Becky Lynch before the Man Get Up when she was when she first won the SmackDown Championship, and she's very down to earth, very jokative, very nice, very engaging as well. Like I don't think that changed either. She's still very engaging. She'll stop for anyone. She'll talk to anybody, kind of thing.
Okay.
And
Well, that's good to hear. It's very good to hear.
yeah. So it's always nice to see that, especially if you have female fans, and that will change so much people's lives when you actually just notice them, kind of thing.
Yeah. Show them respect too.
Yeah, show them respect. Oh, also there was a really good podcast. I'll send you a link to it with Al Snell. He actually
Okay.
talked about like the toxic wrestling fan and how they are ruining the business in a certain way. And what he
Mm.
said, he had a lot of good points with it. So it was a good conversation. I'll send you the link on when we get off there. Anything else you want to shout out?
No, that's about it.
Major Wrestling Figure podcast was pretty good this week. Again,
I heard.
I,
Yeah, yeah, that
yeah,
was about it.
I hear
I
them.
heard the wrestling figure.
I hear them like early, so I always forget when they actually air.
I think they usually show up in the feed on Thursday night, Friday morning.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, because I have the Patreon, so usually I get them like Sunday, Monday. So I get
Did
them
you have
Monday.
anything from this week's episode that was good?
No, it was just a fun conversation. I think there's just an entertaining podcast. In general, I have no like wrestling podcast that I listen to. Like Chasing Glory. Wait, Chasing Glory had Matt Riddle. That was actually a really funny conversation.
Okay, cool,
Yeah.
cool. No, I didn't get to hear that. I heard this week because Sam has two podcasts now because there's more shows.
Oh, okay.
So I heard his earlier in the week podcast, which is pretty good.
Yeah.
The second one actually had like a half an hour conversation with Triple H, which is
Oh, cool.
really interesting. So you might want to listen to that one. That's really good.
I'll definitely check that out.
Wrestling wise, no, it was just Major Figure. Really,
Yeah.
I was more video game podcast this week. Yeah,
Cool.
I was still coming off the sadness of no ENC. So
Yeah. Bye. So we're gonna wrap this up. Again, follow all the social medias, and always remember, follow the Jinkies.
sandwiches.
Yes.
Got
Kill
those.
one now.